Hi guys, welcome back. We're talking today, second edition, Saxon 8-7, lesson 64. We're talking today about adding signed numbers, and by signed numbers, we mean positive and negative numbers. Let's do a quick refresh. If we have negative 10 plus 7, we ask ourselves which team is larger, and the negative team has more players, so that's going to be our answer. And by how many? By 3. Okay, so when the signs are different, so let's write that down. Different signs. And guys, if you are in my class, you need to be taking notes. Different signs means use the larger sign and subtract the numbers. Subtract the numbers, because 10, and when we're finding the difference, we're subtracting. So subtract the numbers. So make sure you're writing this down. If you are in my class, it goes in your portfolio. Thank you. Negative 7 plus negative 3 would give us, now these teams are on this, these guys are on the same team, so we're not looking for a difference. We're looking to see how big the team is now. With the same signs, keep the sign and add the numbers. Let's get right started into some examples here. So this first one here is negative 54 plus negative 78. And in that case, we have the same sign, right? Negative and a negative. So we are going to, we're going to do keep the sign, so it's going to be a negative. And then we're going to add the numbers, So if we do that, we get 54 and 78. Give me 2, carry the 1, 6, 12, 13. So negative 1, 32. It is very late when I'm recording this, so I am double checking my numbers. Guys, you can use a calculator on your homework. I would prefer that you not use the negative button. Like in this case, you could just do 54 plus 78 just to double check your work. You ended up with 132, and then just remember to put your little negative sign, okay? You will not be allowed to use them on the test though, so keep that in mind. All right, that was example number A. For B, we have these guys have different signs. Different means subtract. The 67 is the larger one, so negative 67, and then we want to find the difference between those two, meaning 67 and 45. You always subtract the larger one from the smaller one from the larger one. So larger, smaller difference. So 5, 6, 7, 2, and so we end up with negative 22 is our answer. All right, for C, negative 92, positive 92. When that happens, those guys cancel out and you get 0. 0 is your answer there. Now, when you have a bunch of numbers like this, I think it's a lot easier if you gather up all your positives, gather up all your negatives, and then find the difference. So in this case, there's a negative, and a negative. That's 3, 4, 5, 9. So that's going to give us negative 9 plus that positive 7 there. All right, so now which team is larger? Negative team. By how many? By 2. So guys, if you look in the book for this one, it's like draw a number line and show from this. I think drawing a number line can be a pain in the butt, so I would I'm guessing you're not going to want to do that. So keep that in mind. You don't have to, absolutely. If it helps you, that's fine, but you don't have to do it. Let's look at example 3 for A. These guys have the same sign. Again, when we have the same sign, we keep the sign, so we know it's going to be a negative, and then we add those numbers. So I can drop the sign for a hot second and just add these numbers. 2 1/2 plus 3 1/3. Well, in order for me to add fractions, I have to have a common denominator. So I'm just going to make it easier and convert these into improper fractions. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 halves plus 9 plus 1 is 10/3. Now, in order for me to add these, I need to multiply this by 3, and what I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top, and multiply this by 2. So I end up with 15 over 6 plus 20 over 6 equals 35 over 6, which equals 6 goes into 35 5 times. and 6 times 5 is 30, plus 5 more would give me 35. So this is, the answer to this guy is negative, don't forget your negative sign, negative 5 and 5/6. Negative 5 and 5/6. Now let's take a look at this one. This one, they have different signs. Use the sign of the larger number and subtract the numbers. So we know our answer is going to be negative because 7.24 or 7/24 hundredths is larger than 4.3. Now, use the larger sign, subtract the numbers. Guys, when you subtract these, you want to do bigger, smaller difference. So this guy is bigger, so we're going to do 7.24 minus 4.3. Notice I'm lining up those decimals and putting a little placeholder in here so that it's nice and clean. Subtracting those, we get 4. This guy we need to borrow, so that's 9. Bring my decimal. 6 minus 4 is 2. So my answer is negative 0.2 and 94 hundredths. Negative 2 and 94 hundredths. All right, guys, here's your practice problems on the back. This is on page 391. Go ahead and pause the video, do these, and then come on back and see if you got them right. All right, taking a look at this first one, we notice that this is the larger sign, so our answer is going to be positive. And then we need to find the difference between the two. So 96 minus 56 gives me 0 and 4. So 40 would be my answer. For these two, same sign. So we're going to keep the sign and we're going to add those 145 and 28. So that's going to be 13, 6, 7, 173, negative 173 because we added those together. For down here, now I'm going to gather up all my positives, gather up all my negatives. So gather this and this, that gives me 16 plus, and then for my negatives, I get negative 5 and negative 3, which is negative 8, which means 16 plus negative 8. The positive is the larger team, and it's larger by 8. So our answer here is 8. I'm going to circle all these answers here for you. Okay, same with this guy here. We want to add up all, so the positive here is just 15, plus, and then our negative is negative 3, negative 8. That gives me negative 11. So 15 plus negative 11, the positive team is larger, so my answer is going to be positive, and 15 minus 11, the difference between those two is going to be 4. So, I guess I could have left that there. 4 and 4 there. All right, so same idea down here. We're going to do negative 12, negative 9. That's negative 21. Gather all those guys up. Plus 16. The negative team is larger by 5. So our answer is negative 5. For here, we've got 6 and 12, which gives me positive 18, plus a negative 18. Positive and a negative 18, those guys cancel out. We get 0. 0. Okay, for these guys, we see that there's a difference, and the positive team is the larger one. So we know our answer is going to be positive. So I'm going to throw a little positive sign there so I don't forget. But now I have to find the difference between the two. Difference means subtract. So we want the larger number on top, 5 and 1/3, minus 3 and 5/6. Actually, what I could probably do is, it's going to require some borrowing. So, let's do this. So 15, so that's 16 over 3 minus 18. So 23 over 6. Okay, so now I need a common denominator down here. So I have times 2. My common denominator is going to be 6. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. So I end up with 32 over 6 minus 23 over 6. So that is going to give me, with a 6 here, remember when we're adding and subtracting fractions, the bottom stays the same. 32 minus 23 is 9. So 6 goes into 9 one time with a remainder of 3. So 1 and 3/6, but remember we can reduce, and I could have reduced back up here, but you can reduce it either way. It's not a big deal. 1 1/2. So if we've got, so that comes back up here, positive 1 1/2 is our answer. Let's look at this guy. These two are the same sign, so we're gonna keep it and we're gonna add those. 1.60, 11.47. Add those two up. I'm gonna throw some placeholders in here just to make life a little nicer. So there's 7, bring down my decimal. That's gonna be 10, carry the 1, 3, and so that's 13. So negative 13.07. All right, guys. Now, those are your answers. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, great work, and we'll see you in class.